Um, okay. Hi everyone once again. My name is Ronnie and I'm the Cloud Club Captain here at Makerere University. But today's call is open to anyone who wants to start up a cloud club at their institution, at their technical college, at their campus, at their university, at their higher education of learning. So it doesn't matter where you're joining us from. What matters is that one of the qualifications is that you're from a higher education learning like institute. So, and that is today's call all about. But before we get started, I would love us to get to know what AWS is, because I don't assume that everyone here knows what AWS is and its services. And this is going to be very critical for us to applying probably today or tonight or tomorrow, because I think the deadline is 20th, which is around 8 p.m. So you still have 48 hours from now to create your application. But the earlier you do it, it's a very simple application, as we shall go through it. Just has two important things that you look out for, and once you have those, you'll be good to go. For the matter of fact, I applied in 2024, got rejected personally. That is around 2024, when I was, I think, in my year 3. Yes, I think I was in my year 3. I applied, I got rejected, and I tried again in 2025. Then I got in, and maybe I will give a few pointers and tips on why some of us here already have, I think, already applied also and got some rejection, which is still okay. The goal is to keep trying and you get in, so you never have to give up, whether it's any other application that you're doing. So you try, you fail, and that sharpens you up, you become good. The next time you give it a shot, and you'll be good to go. So that has been my journey. I think I shared that on a LinkedIn post, which I'll maybe share with you guys to read through. And to kick it off, AWS, which is basically Amazon Web Services, this is just going to be a preamble and a small introduction about AWS. Was founded around 2002. I guess 2002. I hope some of us were born 2000. Yes, 2002. Yes, 2002, and it's Amazon's cloud computing platform. So if you've heard of Amazon, the platform, Amazon.com, which is basically the largest e-commerce around the world, which was founded, I think, around 1994. I think most of us, including myself, I wasn't born. 1994, that's when Amazon was founded. And that was by Jeff Bezos, one of the richest guys around the world. And in 2002, they created Amazon Web Services, which is now a subsidiary company for Amazon. So this is like you have MTN, then you create like MTN developer support or developer services, basically for developers to create stuff or to use your MTN APIs or the data that you do have as MTN. So they provide on-demand services. That is basically cloud computing in a nutshell. If you've already studied cloud computing, and doesn't really care where you're joining from, and doesn't matter which background you're from, because I see some friends of mine here who are not doing something which is really tech, but they are there. So it doesn't matter whether you're doing a tech course, you find yourself getting to have all these skills around you, because I've seen many people have not even done tech and they're becoming cloud captains. They have different backgrounds. And on-demand services, these services that basically scale when they without provisioning for the servers. So in case you do not have physical servers, you can scale your application by having cloud compute, database, AI over the internet. So basically these are services we leveraging over the internet, and that's what cloud computing is in a nutshell. Please confirm if you can still hear me, because I think I have an internet issue. Just a second. Guys, can you hear me? I need someone to shout at this time. If you can hear me, just shout. It's like I dropped off. Guys, if you can hear me, please confirm. Guys, sorry about that. Please confirm if you can hear me right now. I think I dropped off a little, right? Okay. I hope now my internet is stable. It's just on and off on my end, but I hope now I'm okay. Let me just reshare my screen once again. Then someone will let me know where I dropped off from. I hope now I'm good. I'll just reconnect it to my other internet, my backup. So, please confirm if you can see my screen. Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So where did you guys drop, or where did I drop off from? What was I explaining? Someone to just tell me where I dropped off from. Anyone? Were you guys attentive?
Hi, I think we lost you from the part where you were telling us that it doesn't have to be a person doing a tech course.
Okay, okay. Yes, picking up from there. So that's why we made this call open. And AWS has over 35 regions with over 110 zones and 450 plus edge locations. If you do not understand this, it's okay. We will be able to explain this later on during our engagements. So you don't need to worry about these terms here, but this is a kind of like groupings Amazon does to make sure that it delivers its on-demand services. For example, if you type in your browser something, it caches it to the nearest data center, which is in South Africa, Cape Town, which is the latest data center of Amazon. So next time when you go to load to ask for that same resource, it is very fast. It's faster accessing because you've already accessed it before and your information has been cached around the nearest edge location. Yeah, so don't worry about these terms, but we shall get through over them as time goes on. So some of the services that Amazon has include the following. There are over 200, I think, but you don't need to know everything, honestly, but they can be grouped under the following, including um, under compute, we have EC2, Lambda, ECS storage, we have S3 buckets, hybrid, we have local zones, wavelength, databases, we have Dynamo, networking, we have VPCs, Route 53, ML and AI, we have Bedrock. I like Bedrock because I will show you why. Dev tools, code build, code deploy, IoT, if in case you're doing a project with embedded systems, but also you're doing hardware related stuff, it has services around that, so you could provide yourself with these different services in case you get some of these opportunities, for example, like cloud credits and among other things. Analytics and security. This is important because when you're doing your video, you will get one of the services that is available under these different categories. To just talk about it, that's why I put this slide here, so that you get to know which different services are available, but you can also leverage Google to make sure that you know which services are around. So let's go to cloud clubs themselves. So cloud clubs are basically now more of GDG on campus. If you've been part of IEEE, if you've been part of Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors, if you've been part of what else? Club campuses. If okay, we have these other local clubs. Um, let's say Indaba X. Anyone from Indaba X here? Those are small other clubs that are available, but these clubs now are affiliated with different tech companies like Google Developer Students Club, which is affiliated with Google. So the same with AWS, which is affiliated with Amazon. And Amazon is new, and for them they just came in around 2022, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Around 2022, that means they are very new in this field, and they're trying to scale. So right now there are over 500 plus cloud clubs as of today, nearly around 60 to 70 countries, I guess, then with about 120 student members worldwide. Here at Makerere we have 200 members, 200 I think and 9 right now, from the time we launched it last year, end of June. That's when we officially launched it. Around there, end of June, end of July, I guess. We've been growing, and that's where we are. But are basically student-led technical communities, which are supported by AWS to empower us in learning real-world cloud skills while still at campus. Then that means you can get to learn a lot of things, which include hands-on AWS workshops, labs, organized technical talks. So far, we've organized some of these talks, organize some community events, connect directly with Amazon employees, internship opportunities, industrial experts, practitioners, for example, if you want to get certified, and among other things. And that's why these cloud clubs matter. So we all know Amazon Web Services is actually the largest cloud computing service provider in the world. And that means getting some skills about Amazon. It's really nice for you to get yourself stand out even before you leave campus, because some of these certifications are actually for paying. Yeah? So once you want to start an Amazon Cloud Club at your campus, that means you are going to be the Cloud Club captain and the founder of that club. One of the roles and responsibilities you're supposed to do is growth and membership, making sure that you identify faculty members who can support your club, but also students who you can start with. For example, this could be students that you've already been with in the community, different other communities, different other tech communities, and among other things. Maybe students who usually join tech events or usually go for some events that are related to tech or Amazon or anything to do with improving themselves to learning something from these community events that we do have. Also, you do some event management. We usually use Meetup for everything. So that means you focus on events, but more around AWS. But they also encourage you to expose yourself to other different technologies, not to just be on one thing like AWS. Then you also do some data metrics in case you track, in case of an event, you track event attendance and all those other things. So if you've been a community lead, a tech community lead, you know that this is something you've already been doing, perhaps like those surveys that you do at the end of the event and among other things. So by default, you become a community lead, and that means you get involved in community engagement. You foster networking, you collaborate with other community heroes, like builders. We have community heroes, AWS community heroes, and we have AWS community builders. We have also AWS user group leaders. All these ones are different hierarchies, but the highest is community hero. We only have, I think, like 2 or 3 in Africa. One lady, she's just from here, neighboring country, Kenya. It's because Kenya has been so active in this space. They even have, I think, over 5 AWS cloud clubs at different universities. At different universities, I think there is Technical University, there is Strathmore. I think there's University of Nairobi. I'm not just so certain, but there are around 5, 6 cloud clubs in Kenya, and they've been doing amazing work. And then through that, you get to grow, and every hierarchy you grow, you get a lot of benefits. For example, like community heroes, they get invited to tech events happening in the US for free. Everything's paid for and sponsored for. And there's actually a community builders application in case you've been doing some work with AWS, like spreading the gospel. Community builders can just be an advocate. These days, you don't have to be technical to be part of being or of anything like being community. You can be part of this and you're not technical. What do I mean? You can be a community lead. All you do is advocate, maybe engagement, share AWS communities, talk about AWS services and among other things without going in depth to do the technical bits of stuff like doing coding or whatever it is really. That's where community people come through. So you will attend monthly calls and you will lead your club, of course, for 1 year. It's an annual thing if you want to renew. I think there's nothing like that as far as I've seen, because they would love you to give a chance to someone else who can take over a leadership. That means as you get started, you shall see that you'll be able to create your own core team that you can actually build. So steps, of course, include learning from other people, but also attending different community sessions. For example, we have a community student community day that's coming in March. It's supposed to be end of Feb, but we might push it early March. So just be up on the 7th March, I guess. Be on the lookout for that. Then you build your core team. The core team comprises of up to 5 members, people you can rely on to help you execute some of these things that you'll be doing. You host more club events, but you also host a community day with other captains or a user group leader around. For example, we have an existing AWS. We have an existing AWS group lead here in Uganda, so you could also join that. If that is a question, I've had like a hand up. Maybe let's save the questions till the end. Or if it is, or you're not hearing me, what could that be? If I've dropped off, you can maybe just shout. But if it's a question, I suggest we keep the questions till the end of.
Someone is saying they lost the stream.
What? I can't hear you. You're saying
No, I was saying you lost your screen. You couldn't see your screen.
you can't see my screen.
Yeah, it was Clarissa.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Can you see my screen right now? Okay,
Yep.
I hope I'm loud enough. If I'm too low, I know sometimes I can be too low. Please let me know, so you can even shout and be like, Ronnie, please speak up or be audible. Yeah, it's okay. So let's talk about the core team. So these are guys who are going to join you. So you can create a team of 2 to 5. That means you've been accepted as a cloud club captain for your campus to create the club. And then, of course, this now will come in after, but I'm just giving you this information so that you get to have it in mind. Even when you are writing your application, you show them that you've already started this, like you're already into this. That's the whole goal, because that would be like you show more of seriousness, and then they'll be like, okay, I think we should plant another one, because they're looking forward to having more here in Uganda. And but also it starts from you creating your passion from your end. So some of the benefits for core team members, of course, there are lots of benefits for a cloud captain. We'll talk about those briefly. But for the team members, the core guys, they'll get badges for being core team members. They also get swag. Every team member gets their own swag kit. That means so far I've received, I think, 3 or 4 boxes from Amazon, and the latest came in, I think, a few days ago. And these boxes, the first, of course, was made the Cloud Captain, that contains captain's swag and everything. But these other boxes that come through, of course, now are for the community swag. I have lots of swag for you guys who are actually on this call. Perhaps every person in this call is going to get swag. And among other things, for core team members, they also get access to AWS cloud credits. If you've developed an application, you know that how this is very important. I remember last year some people were reaching out asking me lots of these cloud credits. But if you're a core team member, you're a core team member for this club, that means you automatically get this for free. And of course, there are also certification exams. We know that there's cloud practitioner, certified cloud practitioner, solutions architect, and those other professional certification exams. In case you're interested in all those ones, you get those for free, guys. So you don't have to pay. I think exam is about $200 for certifying to be an Amazon maybe expert. But if you're a core team member, trust me, all these are for free. But there are steps, as you can see, there's bronze down there and gold. I will explain those shortly. You shall see them. These are like steps for the Cloud Club captain, but also the club itself. That means the core team members have to be supporting the club captain. So these are the steps that we'll go through. But these are very good benefits, because some other clubs, I think, have been in a lot of clubs and they do not offer this for the core team members. Usually it's about the lead or the team lead or the ambassador or whatever it is. These other guys don't usually receive, but with Amazon, everyone gets to receive, because they're doing really good work. And I think it's one of the clubs I would credit anyone to actually join, not just participate, but even as a core member. So you can join our community, since it's the first in Uganda to become a captain. You show when you apply, you can show that I'm already part of another community, which is not maybe at my campus or at my institute, but I'm willing to open mine, perhaps. And then that means you get involved in these events that we get to hold. For example, the past events we've been having been all online. That means you can participate in those events. I think we've only met up once as AWS club at MOOC, and then you can apply to be lead, then you get your mentorship and certification. So the applications are open. I'll put the link in the description for those ones who have not yet seen it yet. But if you scan this, it will take you straight. But at this point in time, I guess everyone has seen the application link, right? Right. So what are the benefits? So when you create, when you're doing some, let's start with the events before we talk about the benefits. So you can hold one event per quarter. That means like for the full year, that means those are like 4 events. So you don't really have to struggle, but you can hold more than one event if you want to. But they really want you to have at least one event every 3 months that you can organize, and this can be in person, it can be online, or it can be a hybrid event. And it could be a hands-on activity, it could be a student community day. I'll talk about this briefly. Then these are different types. It could be a regular club meeting, like you meet as club members to talk about stuff or talk about trends, about cloud computing or AI, whatever it is. Then you can also publish that on Meetup. If you've heard of Meetup, it's more of an event platform. Collaboration with other clubs. You collaborate with other clubs, existing user group leaders, and among other things. So these are the badges and benefits. So when you get to start as a cloud captain, at first you'll be on bronze level. That means, okay, at first you're just a cloud captain before you even become bronze. You're just a cloud captain who has been accepted to start a club at that institute, at that university. Then from there, when you host your first event, that is like introducing your club at school, that means you get the bronze badge. So that means you just hold one event, and that event, perhaps you put it in maybe in the first quarter of the year, and then you'll be like, I'm introducing my club to other people, let people come and get to see it. Or let's have an introduction of our club to everyone at campus. Remember, this club is open to anyone. It's not about computing tech students. It's about anyone who's curious, who is innovative, anyone who has a learning mindset, anyone who wants to be a part of this, honestly. And from there, when you host that, you get AWS credits. You get $200 for the captain. This is for the captain. Then 25 for each core team members. That means the other 5 members get up to 175. Then the captain, you get $200. Then you also get access to some QA learning licenses for the captain. Then also, again, you get 200 points. There's a swag shop that is controlled by AWS, by Amazon itself. So you go there and order for stuff that you want, for the things you want. It's listed. I think I should have showed you this, but I may not be able to show you that. But there are different swag things that you can buy with these swag points on top of all these other things. Then the second event you hold, you get to have it with a guest speaker. If you hold another event and you invite any person to speak, you become a silver captain. So there are not much benefits there, but once you go to hold another hands-on activity, that means you become a gold captain. That's the 4th level. Yes, showing 3rd, but remember you started from the init version of being just a cloud captain. So here you become a gold ambassador. That's where I am. I'm on gold personally. That means I got access to 400 points for swag shop. I got approval. I was talking today with my program manager from Amazon, and we're trying to agree on the budget and among other things that they will be supporting me with. They give you money to hold the student community day. That means when you reach gold ambassadorship, you get access to certification exam vouchers, one for the captain and one for every team member. That means you get 6 maximum. So that means you'll be going up. They are strict on the number because these are paid things, guys. So that means if they're giving for us, they're paying for us the certification exams. That means that's 206. That's 1.2 USD, 1.2 USD, and also give you 400 points for swag shop. But that's the latest. That's the latest swag box that I've received. It's very huge. I guess everyone here should get even more swag, more swag from me. And then you get a pre-approval for Student Community Day. I'll talk about that briefly. So these events that you've been holding before, they don't give you money. But when you're going to hold a Student Community Day, they will give you money because that is a very big event usually, and they usually want to fund it. They want to fund their own club, their own event. So they can give you up to $1,000. They can even give you more than that. So those are the talks that we've been in to make sure to hold our Student Community Day. I'm telling you all this because I would love to make sure that you guys become club captains and make sure that you continue spreading the awareness of tech, but also innovation in your different campus communities as a founder captain. Then when you get a pre-approval, that means you get approved for your funds. You can even go beyond $1,000. You get to hold your Student Community Day. That means you become a platinum captain. So once you do that, when you hold the Student Community Day, you go beyond now and become a diamond. That is the last. You become a diamond captain. So that means before you grad or your 1 year tenure, you should be able to become at least a diamond captain. And yeah, that's it for the benefits. But among all these things, you get to have a community of people you talk to, fellow captains. I speak to different people from different regions, different timelines from different places around the globe. We get to have a chat through Slack, but also have some people's contacts, WhatsApp, from different universities, honestly, talking through how getting to connect with them, but also feeling a belonging, and which is nice to have a network of such different tech leads among different tech campuses. And that will be nice for you, but also I already talked about the swag, but also the certifications, and among other things that you get to have. But also you get to have a community that you can belong to if you do not have one already. You can be proud of, like I'm part of, and trust me, AWS is a big thing, it's a big deal. So you being part of AWS, you can relate with what is happening with Amazon, and you can also qualify to become a builder. Already you're a builder actually, just that you're on the student or campus level, but you can go beyond that, and the opportunities beyond that are really immense because you can apply for funding for different there's what we call AWS reInvent from Amazon that happens every year. You get to go to Silicon Valley, that is California, and attend, and all those ones are fully paid for. Everything is fully paid for, but this comes with you being active, you be the best, or trying to make sure that you build your community with energy, with vigor, with whatever resources that you've been provided for. So AWS Student Community are basically one-day student-led events whereby every student who is involved in the club, usually it's for club members, but it's open to anyone. And we shall have ours, I think, in Uganda soon. So what happens is when you're organizing the Student Community Day, you get to join forces with other different cloud captains. For example, we have Mobs on the call. I've seen Ernest Cook on the call. Which other university have I seen on the call? Chambogo University. I've seen which other university? Okay, which other institute? Have I seen Nakawa? Did I see David Bahati? I think he's on the call, I guess. You get to now, if let's say you guys have become cloud captains, that means we'll be working together to hold this event, and every cloud club is given a budget, but you join forces, everyone from every member, you bring your members, Ernest Cook brings its members, Makerere University brings, MOOBS brings, Chambogo brings, and we all join to create this student community day. Kenya has been having these events. If you've been following the tech space, or if you've been into the tech communities, you know that they've been holding these events, even getting to have big guys from Amazon come through. India has been so active in this. They even hold events to invite guys from Amazon to come through. It would be nice for us to also do this and make sure that these guys come through, since they support this fully with whatever you want, honestly, to make sure that it happens. Since we are the only one here at MOOC, the only club, we shall have it this March. But my 2 cents would be that everyone here applies and don't just apply, but apply competitively to make sure that you become a cloud captain. And next time we have a student community day, we have student representatives or cloud captains from different universities, because the more you are, the bigger the budget funding they give you. If they're giving me $1,000 as one cloud club, but if you're 5, they can even go up to $10,000 for all of us to make sure that we hold this event successfully. And these guys have the money, guys. So the only thing you have to do is to present yourself, show that you're active in these communities, and then you'll be able to get whatever you want to get from them. So they usually focus on AWS skills, career development, and among other things. So I already talked about us having an AWS Student Community Day. So this will be happening around 7th March. Perhaps that's a date we put, and it's already available on Meetup. If you're part of Meetup, you could just go and RSVP. Make sure that you don't miss out on some of those notifications that will be coming through, or because we're planning to have a small designathon or an ideathon, or we might do a quizathon. I like the word thon. I won't stop using it. Yeah, but we're going to have an AWS Student Community Day soon, and I would love everyone on this call to be a part of it, honestly. So before we do Q&A, if you're not part of the community, you can just scan that QR code. You just join. It will just take you to Meetup, our Meetup page. Alternatively, if you're part of the WhatsApp group that was created, I think sometime back, I think someone can help me share that link in that group for guys to be a part of it. And yeah, I think now I should be able to take you through the I should be able to take you through. I will share these slides, don't worry. I should be able to take you through the application itself. We've already opened it. Maybe before I take you through the application, this is our last thing. Do you have any questions as of now? And I hope you guys can see my screen right now. I'm on AWS Cloud Club Captain application, right? Confirm if you can see that before I continue. Perfect. So do we have any questions, intermediate questions, or questions you think that I shouldn't proceed before addressing from what I've just shared? It was just an introduction. Some of us who do not know about AWS, but also cloud clubs, the benefits. Any questions? Okay, so I don't see any hand up. Let me see if I can see anything in the chat. Okay, I didn't see anything in the chat also. We have lost your screen. I hope you guys can see my screen now. Yeah, so let's continue. Is that a hand up? Just laughing.
Yeah, hi. So I'm wondering, like before that she laid out the plans to fill that to the goal. Are we supposed to follow that, or can I hold two events? For example, hold an activity day, and then at the same time hold that
other event that leads you to your goal type thing?
That's a very good question. So, if I had you right, do you need to follow what was stipulated in the timeline of you holding or to get into get access to the badges or different types of maybe events and different badges, right? Right. So you do not have to follow that order, but the first event that you get to hold should be an introductory event. That one is, I think, a must. You should hold an introductory event introducing the club to other people, to other members, to other students, to the fraternity of the campus, to the institute, to the faculty members, to staff, to whoever is interested, honestly. And that we've been doing it. We did it as at MOOC, and it was entirely online. We invited guys from the faculty. They came, but also had students, but we also had user group leaders. From Uganda, we have AWS community already in Uganda. I hope you guys know about that. We already have an AWS user group community, and they hold events almost every Saturday also, but online. They hold them online, learning different services, learning different technologies. And through that, we also invited someone from Kenya, the number one builder, or the number one hero. She's a lady. She works with Safaricom. She's a good friend of mine actually, and she's been helping me since 2024. I got to know her in 2024 through LinkedIn. That she works with Safaricom, but also she's a very active Amazon web services builder. And since we became friends, she's done also helped me recommend me in the first place, in the first application. She also helped me with some of the things that I was trying to do. So you can invite different people on your introductory event, and she was available also for us on the introductory event. And that means the second events, the other events that follow can be a mix. You do not have to follow that, but you can pick one event that qualifies for that. You submit. There's a form for submission for badges, which should be able to qualify for that. Because the next events that we had, we invited these guys from the AWS community, which is not part of us, which is not part of MOOC, but from Uganda general. So that is a guest speaker. Those ones we invite them. Then the other event actually that we are coming, it will be about that lady from that engineer from Safaricom. She's a cloud engineer. She'll be giving us some cloud engineering stuff about AWS soon. Actually, we're supposed to hold it in the end of December, but because of some timelines and the festivities, we just scheduled it to this Jan. But this Jan also has been crazy, so we might do it in Feb, and it's going to be virtual, and you guys are welcome. So you can hold even more than those events. You can even hold more than one event per quarter, just like I said. You can hold even 3 events. For example, for us, we hold more than 5 events. You can hold more than, you can choose to hold an event every month, honestly. You don't have to wait for the entire quarter. Just like if you've been part of these other different communities, like IEEE, they also tell you, hold a maximum of 4 events. They also tell you they say hold a minimum of 4 events. Minimum of 4 events, meaning that you have, those are 4 quarters of the year, right? Wait, are they 4 quarters? Yes. There are 4 quarters of the year. That means you can hold an event every 3 months, which is not really hard. You don't just have to put in your time and look for guys who can help you speak. But if you also know a particular technology, you can do that. I hope I've answered you comprehensively, and even other questions that might come around that. So going to Daphne, please confirm if I've answered you and just react. Thank you. So the application looks like this. If you've already opened yours, and you can see that they say captains must have at least 12 months left at their institution when they apply. They put it there, but honestly, you can apply even if you're graduating. this year. Why do I say this? It's, you just have to show them that you are in your graduation year. You don't have to tell them if you're really interested in this. I'm not saying that you guys you're going to be lying, but you're trying to bring, because someone else is not doing it, and maybe you're on the verge of expiring from your school. You could apply and you'll be able to get the club started. Then you get someone to lead that club immediately. You become the founding captain. I think I've done that in some several clubs. I get started the club, then I train other guys to make sure that they continue the club leadership, such that they can run the club even without you. Yeah, that's the whole goal. So these things of 12 months left, usually in Africa, they don't apply. I want to say that some of these things do not apply to us. So you just have to apply, and then you show them that you still have like a year left. But I believe all of us here on this call, I think all of us, apart from you, of course, who is graduating, I think every one of us here are still left with a year plus. So you do not have to lie. Unless if your time is really running out, you can pass on the opportunity to someone else. Then priority will be given with institution support. This is very critical. So what I was telling you, institution support. Students can demonstrate support by either providing a faculty's email address or a signed letter. For my instance, I used a signed letter. So I still had time. For you guys don't have time, but we shall see what to do. Then we'll be assessed according to experience in building. That means you've ever participated in another club. I believe most of us here, yes, 100% have done this. Relevant education, for example, if you've done any cloud focused or any student community, even if it's just GDG, for part of GDG, these other club, that means you qualify for this already. Relevant AWS technical skills. So this will be judged on a video mostly, but also if you have done there's AWS Educate. Benjamin, if you're on the call, help me type that link in the chat, because I guess I shared that with you. Type that link in the chat for guys to see the AWS Educate. But if you're also online, you can just go to AWS Educate and get to learn a few things. You get free certificates for some of the small tools, maybe like Introduction to Amazon Bedrock, AWS Generative AI, IoT, embedded systems, Bichi, and all those other things. You can get that. Even today, even tonight, you can actually get that. Supporting letter from academic faculty. This is very critical. Then the video. This one usually has a minute time cap. You see, it's 3 to 5 minutes. This is very critical, guys. Some of us, I think I was giving some advice to someone, and I saw the video went beyond this. So please, this is very critical. 3 minutes to 5. So I will share with you mine that I did, and you maybe learn. It was, I think, 4 minutes, if I remember. And you can explain any tech, any service, honestly, from the services that I shared. They even give you an example of someone who did. Quality of the recording the quality of recording doesn't have to be studio, but you can just get your phone, or you can get your laptop. I really recommend a laptop, since you're going to do maybe some slides sharing and among other things. Then organization of presentation, that means you're going to create some slides. So it's good that you create some slides that you can follow along. This is you can even tell Manus or GPT or Cloud, or if you're using DeepSeek, to help you come up with slides for any AWS technical service or any AWS service that you can talk about. Technical knowledge can even be billing and budgets, even creating, if you've been interacting with AWS, I am provisioning services, creating clusters, creating different stuff just on the platform. Honestly, that can also be technical knowledge. Doesn't have to be coding. When people hear of technical knowledge, they run away. this shouldn't make you run now, guys. Then presentation skills. So they only accept English, of course, we fall here, and these other languages. So the deadline, I already talked about it. So let's go through it. The application, it's very short, by the way, because when you scroll down, you'll see 1 out of 9, and you'll be like, this is a lot, but it's not a lot, guys. So let me see if I've missed out anything here that I may want to talk about. I already talked about all these things, I guess. Okay, so if you have questions, you can write to awscloudclubs@amazon.com. But let's go to the application quickly. So you put your names, your address, active email address, guys. Or if you have a builder ID, if you've created an Amazon account, you can just go with that. Then this is optional, but I would encourage you guys to put it. LinkedIn, they ask for LinkedIn profile. So they usually, some of course they say optional, and some usually want it as the only way for you to see that you've been doing something, you've been in community, or you've been participating in some tech events or something like that. So for this case, please put your LinkedIn account if you have one, and if you do not have one, you can create one. Are you currently enrolled in a program of higher education, a college, university, or institute, whatever it is? You say yes. Then you go to the next. When will you graduate from university? So there's before October 2026. So that means this is below 12 months, guys. Then in October 2026. So what I will encourage you, all of you guys, to say, just say after October. This will be safer for us, for everyone who's going to apply. So when you click, I hope that's not a question that I've had. Let me just quickly finish, then you can be able to ask your question. And then the third page.
Brittany, it wasn't a question, but let's just read again.
But you can hear me, eh?
I'm still seeing the screen. I don't know, maybe she's alone.
Okay, Clarissa, who else is not seeing my screen? React if you're not seeing my screen. Clarissa, you're the only one not seeing my screen. Okay, if you're seeing my screen, react. If you can see my screen. Hey, Clarissa, you can see. Clarissa, you can see my screen right now. I think you can see my screen right now. Are you joining with a laptop, with a phone? But I hope you can see my screen right now. So what's your estimated graduation date? Remember, I said you will put after October 26th. So here you can just put an estimate. So we shall go with, let's say you're going to graduate in March 2027. So let's put next year 2027. For those guys, I think who are in the final year. Then in what geographic location or region? So you just come and choose Europe, Middle East, Africa. Then which country? Of course, Uganda. City, Kampala. I'll just put, okay. Please enter your school name. So that means this only applies to guys who do not have cloud clubs. So Makerere University, we already have. That means if you're here and you're from MOOC, you don't have to apply for this, but to just be a part of the core team member, being part of the club, and making sure that we run this together. Here you just put, maybe let's say Ernest and Hook. And then is the institution a member? So in Uganda we don't have AWS member academic institutions. So you just leave this blank, eh? It's optional. So now here, this is very critical. Have you found a faculty, staff, educator at your school? So this can be a faculty mentor, could be a lecturer, could be your supervisor for your project, could be an existing faculty member maybe who has been helping you in some other club related stuff, or a friend from campus who can help you with maybe this email address that has .sc.ug or .edu or dot your university, your university emails. So that is the person they're looking out for. So this could also be a part-time person who works at university. For example, our current IEEE is a part-timer. So you do not have to have doesn't have to be a permanent person. And also I was forming Student Energy. If you've heard of Student Energy, it's a club for student energy enthusiasts. For energy enthusiasts. We got someone who works at a lab at the university. So, or if you have short courses for someone who's training AWS, let's say certification exams, certification training, you can get that at your university. Or if you have someone who does train mentorship, or even if they're not really related to teaching, but they can support you, you can also use that. And they have access to their emails and they can also vouch for you. That's the whole goal of getting a faculty mentor. So who will help you in this establishment? So I would personally, is that a question? Yes, please ask. It's urgent.
Yeah, I'm wondering the chance for the lecturers at campus to join up the member who recommend students and also who emails. I don't know if there's that option from the actual.
I don't know. I didn't hear you. You're breaking. Did someone hear Daphne clearly? Or you could type in the chat because I didn't. You are breaking on my end. I don't know if it's my internet again. You're breaking a little. Could you type in the chat, or if someone had properly, can they help me echo that? Okay.
Let me type in the chat.
Okay, perfect. Type in the chat. I'll be able to go and read through. So for all of us who have questions, maybe first type in the chat. After this quick presentation of the application, I'll get through it. So the first option I would encourage you guys to go for is upload their approval letter right now. So the letter, you can draft it by yourself. I can even share, I think, what we used on our end. I hope I still have access to it. I still can find it. But this letter is more of like, yes, I accept to be a faculty mentor, and I acknowledge who, maybe let's say, okay, understand Coco, that is maybe Clarissa. I acknowledge Clarissa to being able to lead, to establish a student community club or for Amazon, because it will be relevant to our learnings, teachings, and among other things. And you put there, if it is headed letter, which is better, they put their headers, the university and their information, their emails. Then he can sign it or digitally sign it. For this case, digitally sign it and then get the copy and just upload it. So here you can just say, yes, I can upload an approval letter right now. This is the option I want to encourage everyone. I know the time is not friendly, But if you're serious about this, you can pull this off right now. Or you can start a conversation with a friendly lecturer of yours, or a mentor from your school, or among the people I talked about. You can start a conversation right now and tell them that I really seriously need to establish this. Can you sign for me? I will draft the letter. So your goal is to draft the letter. There's even a template here. It's not even when you go to it, it doesn't even require lots of words. Just have to use that template, re-edit it, put a few things, and you're good to go. Trust me. Don't need a lot to put in that letter. So all they need is the signature, their emails in that letter. If it is headed, you can put the header. You can put the header for his email, for his staff, or what he does at the campus, and among other things. And this, if you do that, if you come here and you just edit and put your this is the template. Actually, I think I didn't change anything in this, if I remember. Oh yeah, I didn't change anything. What I put was just a stamp, but the stamp doesn't matter now. Yes, doesn't. Oh, okay. What matters is this faculty signature. If they can share with you this signature here, it's the only thing you need from them. Position, you know them, you know that the faculty, maybe the heads of departments, the professors of what. Here is your institution, the name, you, Clarissa, part of maybe the biomedical engineering, a student of biomedical engineering department, to graduate in this year, and 2027. So just expect here the year. So here you can do it. The dates, just fill in all this, just tell them, can you help me digitally sign this, or can you send me a signature and attach it to this? So most of them may not be able to send you the signature, but they can sign digitally. And this you can do, you can start today, such that by maybe end of tomorrow they do that. You follow up on them. Just appending a signature here, honestly, it doesn't take much. So once you have this, actually I didn't change this, if I remember. I also just left it like this. What I did, I got his signature, I scanned, and then for my case, since we are still at school and I had time, I just put a stamp for the school, but doesn't matter. It's just like I said, the stamp is not needed. So yeah, this is the template. You can leave it to that. So this is the option I would love every one of you to go for. But in case it reaches Jan 20th, that is on Tuesday, right? And it is coming to 8 p.m. I know, last minute, guys. And you haven't gotten someone to confirm to you, which is a backup plan now. You could provide the email address. You talk to them, such that maybe they can be able to write to them. But this is the most recommended option. I would want everyone to try out before you proceed. This one here, before you go to this second, this one, when you do this, usually it's a turn off. No, I have no, that means you're not serious. What other thing are you going to tell us? So these two here, I do not want to encourage them, because this is a turn off for them. They have many applications coming through, and once they see this, you know that maybe you're not yet ready to establish a community club, because these two are very important and critical for them to operate and know that they have they can confidently say that we are now existing at this university. So what's the work email for faculty member who supports your creation? What did I put in the previous thing? I selected, no, I have not. I put no, I have not. But for you, will not put this. But when you do this, you can if you can upload the letter, it will automatically say upload the letter. So let's go to next. To be a success, you must have experience in building a club or hosting a technical event. So you can host a technical event even if you're not technical, guys. You know that. You can share your details about your leadership experience, some of the things you've done, including attendance numbers and the link to that event. It could be a Meet or LinkedIn event page. So it could be a LinkedIn. Maybe maybe you've hosted an event and you talked about it before. You can come and share the LinkedIn event here, like the link. You put the link here. Then, but you first talk about that event. You see the characters are 50 to 5,000. This is very critical. It means if you put anything below that, you won't be able to. They won't be accepted. So let me just copy and paste just for the sake of pasting. So after doing this, you can come and put the link, maybe for the LinkedIn, maybe for the meetup, maybe for your portfolio website where you've done that, your experience in building any club or any community gathering. Then tell us about your relevant education. So this may not be about AWS, but can be about tech, about cloud computing, short courses that you've done. It can be a course unit that you've done at campus that's related to tech, that's related to cloud computing. Some of us have these cloud computing short course units. Or it could be some informal classes that you've done online. You can actually, I don't want you guys to lie, but you can even lie. I don't want you guys to lie. You can tell them that you've done this because you may need to show them like a certificate or something like that, but they do not need that. They just need to know, have you done this, like any relevant education in AWS. So you can just come and tell them. Then technical skills do you have that will guide students in learning technology? Please include any AWS certifications. If you've done some badges, there's a link that Benjamin, I think, shared in the group chat. You can check it out. You can even get a badge tonight. You can even get multiple badges. Those courses are very short. You can list these ones here. And then you can also say, maybe if you've participated in an AWS event and you've done some mentorship or something around AWS. So of course, I think most of us do not fall there. You can just go to that link that Benjamin shared, go through it, get like one course, do it. But also, if you've been in other events that you've done or some other things, you can also put them here, which may not really relate to AWS, but you've done that before. Why? Because this shows that you're active and may not really be directed to AWS, but if you have them, some technical skills, you can show them. Even if you don't have the badges or certificates, you can just tell them, yeah, I learned about maybe Amazon Bedrock from YouTube, and I believe I can do this or something like that. It's just here, it's just showing up with confidence here, honestly. Then record and explain an AWS service. Remember the AWS services that I talked about? So here I can explain one that you find interesting. So they say at least 2 slides shared on a screen. That means we're going to create slides, a presentation. So you can use Canva to create your slides, or you can use slide AI generators. But I wouldn't recommend you that because of spellings, some of the issues. But if you can get content maybe generated by AI, then you create your slides from the existing templates that are available on Canva for free. Or you can even design your own from scratch. You can have like 5 slides. I think mine had like 5 slides. But they want at least, that means minimum 2 slides shared on the screen. So I'll show you my video. Maybe you'll be able to go through it. Then here they say here is a bar raising video. So you can even read, you can even go through some of these videos. Some of this video that they have put up here for you to go through. For example, you can see his video is 5 minutes. This guy's video. So I will allow you to check that by yourself. He was doing.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So you can get to hear from him. He had a lot of energy. He really wanted this, and yeah, you can go through it. This was exactly 5 minutes. So they want you to be from 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be sharing mine, and you see. Mine I think was 4 minutes. Let me just close this. So you come and put here your link. Let's say this is your video. Copy link address. So this video, guys, is very critical. Why? Because they want to create a video with Canva, which allows even sharing of the face. You can share your face under a small bubble, circle, whether rectangular, whatever it is. Or if you have a screen recorder that allows you to do that, I think there's Loom, Movavi, and among other ones that can allow you screen record at the same time showing your face. That is very critical. If you need to show your face, show that you're confident of what you're talking about, not just sharing slides. Anyone, even AI, can do that. So you need to be able to show your face in the video. They even, I think, list it here. Because I don't want you to read a script. You can just read a script. So yeah, you just have to be confident, guys. You can do this. The other services that I shared, you can just pick one. There are many services for you. Don't pick, okay, everyone has usually picks S3 buckets because they're easy. But yeah, if you can pick it, okay, make a unique, interesting thing. I'll talk about that. But these days AI and machine learning is so common. There's generative AI services that are many that have been created even now. There's IoT, if you're interested in IoT. There are many other things, and as you'll see in my video that I'm going to share, you will see that I also added some screen sharing of a platform of AWS console itself, but that is not required, guys. But this is to show that you're serious. Remember, so you can upload this on a Google Drive, but also or a video or YouTube. But when you put it on YouTube, make sure you can make it listed. Is it unlisted? Unlisted, yes. Or you make it public. I think I made the main public. If you get confused, just make everything public. If there's nothing you're hiding, make yours public such that they can see your video. If you upload it on a Google Drive, which I usually don't want to do, or I usually don't want you guys to do, I don't encourage Google Drive. Because sometimes you forget to share that link, like make it public for everyone to view. Sometimes it's private, and these guys have lots of applications to review. They won't come to your application. They won't write back to you trying to tell you that can you please give access to your drive. No, you won't hear that from them, trust me. They'll just move on to the next person or the next application. So have you applied to AWS Cloud Captain before? No. For most of us here. Will you host AWS Cloud events at least quarterly? You say, yes, I will. I certify that you're above 18. I hope no one here is below 18, guys. How did you hear about AWS Cloud Clubs? So here it's also nice to show that, yeah, you've been part of like this thing here may look unserious, but serious also. They want to know how did you hear about AWS, because I've seen some people have put recommendations being accepted because maybe the person recommended them because they know they can become ambassadors or they can do the job, right? Or because they know those guys can fit the description. So when they ask, usually on most applications, when they ask you how did you hear about that application, when you mention about something related to that application, usually you're good to go. Like most of the time it gives you some leverage, not some good like points, but if they're reviewing you and they're looking for something to distinguish between two candidates who have been equally competitive, like maybe let's say If it's an election and these guys have been really competitive, this can be a determining factor. They will say this guy had it from an AWS hero, which is nice. That means they know about these things. Get it? Or you had it from AWS Community Builder. Get it? You can say AWS Community Builder, or you can even come and say, since for us we are not here, the Cloud Club Captains, you can just say, I had it from Cloud Club Captain. You get it? At Makerere University. You get it? And then you put maybe my name. Rani at higher. This is not to give me wings or to be able to be considered for staff, but it's actually help you more than me because I'm already inside. But also it helps me show that maybe on the other hand it shows equally that I'm also doing some good evangelistical work, maybe evangelism about tech, about the opportunity. But this is helping you more once you do something related to AWS. If it is an AWS website, but it is social media, everyone social media. So when you do this other things which are related to this, they'll be like, okay, this is serious. Maybe you take this AWS Community Builder because I personally qualify for being an AWS Cloud community lead builder because I'm doing the same role currently. And also to let you guys know, this is a volunteering thing, so it's not a paid program. I've only seen one ambassador role for a tech ambassador roles that are actually paid for, that they pay you to do stuff. That I think is okay. They don't really pay you, but they give you some stipend every there and then, but not like monthly. That's the only, I've only seen one that does that. But these other ones, the rest, usually it's volunteering, guys. But you get access to lots of benefits, but also building your CV, cloud credits, community, money to organize events, to participate in conferences, travel, what, and all those other things that come with different clubs. I think that's it. From here, you can just submit if you're very sure. So as you can see, the application wasn't really, it's not really long. You can see it. So that's just this page here, which is very critical. And this letter here, if you have it, and I think you'll be good to go. So with that, let me go to Q&A. Yes. Sorry. So Daphne didn't type her question in the chat. Okay. I thought I would find it here. But that's it. Maybe if you have a question, you can put up your hand. Yes, Dawood.
Good evening. And yeah, so generally my question is there a minimum number of people required to set up this club? Or is it only allow 3 to 5 members from the core team?
A minimum number of what? Of required for to become a
to start the club and to get it up.
Oh, of course, once you're approved, that is now after being approved, the minimum number is 2. So that means you can create 2 more roles besides your first role as a club captain. So you can create maybe general secretary and events manager, just the 3 of you to run the club. And the maximum number is 5. For us at MOOC, we are more than 5, the core members. But we did that. We added just 3 more assistants to support the core members. So we are 9, including myself at Makerere University. But when you are putting your names, when they're asking for the core team members, you only go with the core members who are 5. I don't know if that makes sense, because that's where they will be getting access to credits, access to certifications, swag, and all those other things. So when you put in your names for the core members, you list up to 5. But when you're doing your club, you can even go beyond 5. That's what I'm trying to say. But you know that you have your core 5. Minimum 2. But that comes after you've been approved, not now. So maybe the other thing I wanted to show is my video. This is the video. It's on my YouTube channel. You guys should also subscribe to my channel. It is I said 5 minutes into Amazon Bedrock for AI. Amazon Bedrock for AI beginners, something like that. So Amazon Bedrock is for AI beginners. So if you go through, I'll share this link in the chat. Just open it. So I created slides with Canva, the slides that I was sharing in this. Hi, my name is Ronald here, and I'm the. When you go through this video, when you run through it, you'll see that. Let me just continue. You see there are about 5 slides, but also during the video, I want to show you something. During the video, I went to, that is towards the end, it was 4 minutes and 3.5 seconds. I went to Amazon Bedrock itself inside AWS console, and I interacted with the chat, because Amazon Bedrock is for generative AI. Actually, you can also do Amazon Bedrock and you do it better, or do something unique, perhaps. Because I did this and it was just interacting with generative AI within Amazon, because they have these prompts and you can just do this. It's not really technical, just playing around with ChatGPT almost within Amazon console itself. So I did this was more of a practical thing to show them where to find it in the console. So you can also do the same thing, honestly. This shows that you're actually doing your video, you're serious talk about even learning, showing your people what to do beyond just sharing slides. However, just like I said, when you go to this video, just last one thing, I know time is running. If you go to this video of this guy, the one they used as an example, you will find that he did not like go to the console. He just used slides. He just used slides to describe.
Knowing the
He just used slides to do what he was doing, to talk about RDS, which is a relational database.
price access. What's more, RDS also offers
So
you could just focus on your applications and
you didn't do like
or holidays.
So you choose what you want to go for at the end of the day, honestly. But just make sure you keep within the time limit. So this link, you will find it in the video, the chat application itself. Let me just paste mine in the chat. Yeah, I think that's it. If there are no more questions, we can call it a day. Thank you guys for joining in, and hoping to see you become cloud club captains for your campus. And yeah, Benjamin, is your hand up? You have a question?
Have because you've applied like very many times. Do they go through all the applications or then they go through the most recent one?
You've applied how many times, Benjamin?
No, I'm just saying if you've applied like very many times, maybe like 4, 3, do they go through all of them or the most recent one?
The most recent. go through the most recent application. So don't worry about it. So just but apply when you're ready. Don't just keep applying because some status has changed. You can take your time, do whatever you want to do, then apply once when you're ready, such that you avoid that confusion on your end to see what is being used to validate you. Yes, Bahati, do you still have a question?
Yes, I still have a question. So this representation spoke somewhere about January 20th at 8 p.m. And I'd just like to confirm, is January 20th, 8 p.m. the deadline for that application which you were showing us? The deadline to apply?
If I heard you asking about the to confirm if 20th January is the deadline, yes, Jan 20th is the deadline, guys. These deadlines, I want to say they are not hard, but not soft. You know, soft deadlines and hard deadlines. They are not hard, but they're not soft. What do I mean? What I mean is that they usually have cohorts. For example, last year they did 2 cohorts. So you find that after your applications go through, then they get to have another cycle open. Multiple cycles are opened up during the year. So let's say if this cycle is done for applications reviewing, they open up, since it's still new, they've been doing they've been opening up multiple cycles, like 2 or 3 in a 2. I think 2 or 3 in a year. Another cycle might be opened after May in 2026, after like 4 months from now, which might end like maybe June, July, or August, something like that. Then another cycle might be opened in October, just like you've seen this one opened up in October last year, and it's ending Jan. So if you miss this, but I would encourage you guys to apply now. You give your chance, your shot now. The earlier the better. That's what I'm trying to say. The earlier the better. That means because they might change on the cycles, because they've been trying to roll out different things. They might say now let's just do it like one annual application, which might be the case. They haven't confirmed that yet, but they are better you apply now so that you do not get that. Don't wait for another year, which might reduce your time for graduation, but also some benefits on your end. So the earlier you do it, the better. That's what I can say. So it's a deadline, and it's just 48 hours from now. Is it 48? Tomorrow? Yeah, 48 hours from now. I believe in 48 hours you can do something. You can do a video recording, you can do a letter. Those are the main things. Just edit the template, then do a video. Maybe for today, focus on the slides, 2 to 5 slides. If you want access to my own slides that I did, I could share that, my Canva slides that I did, for you to get inspiration. Then do the video, perhaps tomorrow morning or tomorrow. Then today you can also reach out to your faculty mentor if you're friends with him or them or her. Reach out to them today or tomorrow morning. If you can call, the better. Tell them, explain to them the essence, the rush, perhaps, but also what you need from them. It's just a signature, honestly. And when you have those two, you get your recording script, go through, master what you want to talk about. Do not read the script when you're recording the video. That is critical. Look at the slides. Do the first recording and ensure you're between 3 to 5 minutes. If it means repeating your video multiple times, if you're going beyond 5 minutes, please do that. But if you've pitched before, I believe you can do a time limit of 3 to 5 minutes. And it doesn't matter, it can be multiple students coming from the same university. apply for this. It's okay. All of you guys can give it a shot. Whoever goes through can make the other one a co-captain, such that you work together. It's not competition. Remember, remember everyone can take turns to becoming a cloud captain lead. If, for example, I see Daphne and Benjamin, all for moves, let's say if Daphne becomes the cloud captain today, she can make Benja the co-captain, and then as she transitions, she moves on, next year, because her tenure is 1 year strictly, Benjamin becomes the club captain now, and then she focuses on other things, or she becomes still part of the cloud club if she's still part of the institute or the university. And then, yeah, so it's not competition, guys. So you can even have multiple students, multiple friends from the university to apply, as long as you can work together, become core team, and run this club together. The more actually the students that apply from the university, the more it shows that you guys are serious and getting this opportunity, because it's available and they are looking for club captains from Uganda. Yeah, with those remarks, I believe there are no more questions. I've shared the slides. I'll share the link to the YouTube channel that I did. Feel free to subscribe, guys. And then, yeah, that's it. If there are no more questions, I think this thing has been recording. I hope so. I'll be able to share the video later for guys who missed, because I know internet has been an issue, because we had about 30 people who were interested in this, and we're just like a few of us on the call. Thank you guys for joining. If there are no more questions, have a good one. Feel free to leave at leisure. Maybe one last thing, guys, before you go. If you use the meetup link to RSVP, you can go there and leave a feedback, like this feedback part, like a review of the event. Thank you so much. Thank you, Clarissa, for joining too. Guys, feel free to leave. I want to be the last person. Leave at leisure.